What's up, my Fina loves? It's Miss Fina D, and you're watching Finatainment Unfiltered. All of my people who are not on social media and rely on my videos and updates on Taylor and Joseph, my sincere apologies. I know I've been slacking, but with good reason. If you watch the very last video I uploaded before this one, then you heard my reason in that video, because I do not want to keep saying it in every video or repeating myself. So I have gathered all of the different moments of Taylor being on the cruise. And
tonight is a dress-up night on the ship, and honestly, I don't feel like doing all that much. So I just put on this little, hey, got my hoodie still. I put on this little dress. It's super easy. This is why I love dresses. You just put it on and you're done getting dressed. And I've decided I'm not going to wear makeup. So if you are on the ship and you see me and you're a fan, I will take pictures with you. Just don't be shocked when you see me without makeup. I don't think I look all that different, but you know, I'm just not doing the whole song and dance. I'm not performing femininity while I'm on this cruise. I'm just trying to relax. So it is 6 o'clock ship time. It's really like 5 o'clock my time. And I don't know what to do. So either I'm just going to get some chocolate and a latte or eat a whole dinner, and I'm not really all that hungry. So I don't know. You guys tell me, what should I do? Chocolate and coffee, or eat a real meal? Good morning, I'm in Puerto Rico for the day, and I think I want to step off the ship. I'm finally gonna leave the spa, and I really want to do lunch in San Juan. So if you have any recommendations on where I should go for lunch today, drop them here, because I'm trying to eat real good. I'm trying to get something real good and tasty off the ship today. Let me know, any recs. I want to know. I have to know. There are also so many incredible recommendations for Black-owned businesses, so I'm going to work on a little guide, or maybe I'll just screenshot all of them and post them eventually. But I want to make a guide, even maybe like separate it by category, on different businesses you can shop that are Black-owned, especially looking forward to February, Black History Month, because we're making history still every single day. And there's actually I really want to be supporting smaller businesses in general. I asked a while ago, like early December, for the BB24 in our little group chat that we have, everybody who's a business owner, how I can support and shout them out. So I'll be dropping that information soon if you guys don't already have it, but just so you can have easy access to it. So let's keep supporting small businesses. Let's support small creators as well. So special shout out to everybody who's doing the hard work. Love you guys.
I'm going to the gym. You see that, boys?
We could do our own workout.
I'm gonna say.
I don't even know. Yeah, it is. Also, I'm in like the private adults only place, and I'm like in the nice section of it, so I might get kicked off. I don't know if there's like a no phones allowed policy. So, but I'm kind of secluded where I am. What's up, guys? I just wanted you guys are calling this classic. It's so funny. I wanted to hop on here and talk a little bit about this whole Lay's deal. I wanted to thank you all for mobilizing the way that you did. I've been on the road ever since this summer, but there's one thing that always makes me feel like I'm at home, and it's a bag of Lay's. I don't know what's in this box, but I'm definitely curious. Let's pop this open and see what we got. Miss Classic, cute. Hello, thank you. Yes. I'm so excited to be partnering with Lay's officially now as the Queen of Lay's. Everyone knows I love a good bag of classic Lay's. I always stay golden by grabbing my favorite bag of Lay's, which always brightens my day. Of all the titles I've racked up in the past year and a half, this might be the one that I'm most proud of. Thank you, Lay's. So with Lay's, they are paying me to post. That's how this deal works. So I got paid a good amount of money to post that Instagram. And each time that I am a partner with Lay's, and when you see me post with them from here on, I get paid for that post. I'm all about transparency, as much as I'm allowed to say, because as I'm navigating this world of sponsorships and partnerships and things like that, you know, there are some brands that have clauses that say legally you have to disclose this, or please do not disclose that, or like you can say that you are being paid for this, but you can't say how much. So, you know, I'm trying to be respectful of the contracts that I am offered. I'm also trying to be respectful of being very transparent with you guys. So that's why when you see on my post where it says like paid partnership, it's literally a paid partnership. I get money for that. When you see a collaboration with Lay's, like, that's all co-signed. So that got posted on the Lay's feed and my feed. And yeah, I was financially compensated for that. You guys are funny. Yeah. It's crazy. It's really crazy because, again, you know, a year ago I was not doing well financially. I just finished competing at Miss USA, and no matter how much you get in sponsorship, I mean, like, look, I had a really awesome prize package at Miss Michigan USA. There are a lot of things that I was able to do. I got to travel to Miss USA for free, but I had to pay for my bags to go to Miss USA, and I brought 5 bags with me that were all oversized, right? So that was something that came out of pocket. Like, there are all these small expenses that also add up. So even though your prize package as a title holder can cover a lot of things, there's still a lot of expenses that come out of pocket that I opted to do. But I was not doing well financially a year ago. Like, I was really struggling, trying to recover from competing at the national level. And I didn't know what direction I was going to head in. I really wanted to get my personal styling business up off the ground as an individual. I really wanted to focus on modeling. I wanted to make sure that I had that, like, I wanted multiple streams of income, but I just didn't know how to really do it successfully. So I was trying so hard. I was trying so hard to find different ways to build myself up. Excuse me. And then in February, I got the DM. Actually, I looked back. The first DM was sent in January, I think, but I didn't respond until February, which is really funny. Took a chance, went on a reality show, and yeah. So, thank you. Thank you to all of you for supporting me in the house. Thank you to all of you who are advocating for me. Yeah, I've made more money in the past. When did the show end? September, October, November, December. In the past 3 months, I've gotten more money now, now than in my entire life. Yeah. And now I can set the goal even higher. I'm going to set the goal even higher. It is crazy how this year turned out. And what's even cooler is that I know that there are more opportunities for the rest of the house guests too. Like, I know people get really antsy when you start talking about money, but the money that you can win on the show can just be the beginning. Eric, I paid my taxes already, so don't you worry about that. Those are done and taken care of. You know, I think about shows like Drag Race, right, where the prize is $100,000. Now it's $200,000. Now that I know how things work, and like now that I see how much money can be offered in these contracts, people don't go on those shows to win the money. Like, they go on these shows for the opportunity, the exposure. And I think especially in the drag community, now look, by no means am I an authority on the drag community. It's just I am a fan. I consume the amazing artwork that drag queens do. But there's so much more earning potential if you get the exposure of going on Drag Race than probably just like existing in your own hometown as a popular drag queen. So from there, you can get makeup deals, other sponsorships, and support. The amount of followers and engagement you have can correlate to what's in your bank account. And it's a really, really odd thing to recognize about our world now, but it's kind of like translating how we understand business into a different language. So what we traditionally know as success through traditional advertising, like commercials on TV, it doesn't really matter, because you can get more for posting on Instagram or a long-term sponsorship or partnership. Like, the way that even I've had to understand it has been so different and unique. And then I have to explain it to my grandma, so that's really interesting as well. Podcast sponsorships are a bag as well. Like, yeah, I've heard. Exactly, you guys are talking about Jennifer Hudson. Like, you don't have to win a reality show to also be successful. I mean, even look at Kaylin Miller-Keyes on The Bachelor. Hannah Brown, she was not the final pick of her season, but she went on to become the Bachelorette, and look at all that she's done. You got me back into Drag Race. I'd stopped watching for a while. It's worth it. I'm actually really excited about this season of Drag Race. You're probably going to out-earn your Big Brother prize by the end of next year. That is my goal. Again, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure if I want to set the goal pre or post-tax. But we will see. We will see. This looks like a good question. Where'd it go? What are your concerns with regards to your relationship with you being booked and busy as you both become more busy? Just wondering where'd it go? How you all navigate and nurture your relationship. I think it's, y'all did not just call Joseph 85th place. I'm screaming. Oh my god, yes, that gore knowledge. Hell yeah. I'm a gore girl. Lays is in the building. What's going on, Lays? Everybody say hi to Lays. Thanks for loving and supporting me. You guys are the best. You guys are the best. So I love you guys so much. I was literally just talking about how awesome Lays is. I was just talking about this partnership, how exciting it is, and how my life has done a 180 in the 1 year. So, Lays, thank you for engaging with my fans. I know that they were having some fun this summer, and I'm really glad that you wanted to have fun with them too. I try to keep this community really positive, so it means a lot that you all were willing to have some fun. So thanks for being fans, and thanks for supporting me.
You like something?
I'm okay. Thank you so much. I'm still working on it. Thank you. I love this cruise. Someone said I'm not saying hi to them. They aren't paying me. But y'all are funny. Reading these comments are really fun because it just shows me the connection that you all built with these brands while I was away on my behalf. So that's really awesome. Thanks, guys. I was telling a story before Lace jumped in here, and I forgot what the story was. So if anyone could remind me. What am I drinking? Well, it's 11 in the morning, so I'm having a latte. Oh, the question about Joseph and a relationship. Thank you. So, yeah, I think he and I are both very cognizant that we are very busy. And so it's just making sure that it's always at the forefront of our minds to nurture the relationship. So, it's not difficult when you love someone to give them attention. It's not difficult when you love someone to make sure that your relationship is a priority, but not all encompassing. Who said Lays is in the trenches with us? You guys are funny. So, as Joseph goes into practicing law, and as I continue to travel and start my other ventures, I think something for both of us is that, at least what I've come to understand in my previous relationship, like, my partner was never busy. And so all of their energy was consumed by the relationship, or what I should be in the relationship, what type of partner as a woman I'm supposed to be in a relationship. And it helps that Joseph is a very busy person, very smart, busy person. It helps that I'm a very busy person, because I can't, this is not the best or most eloquent way to say it, but like, I can't be bothered with the daily expectations that society puts onto a relationship. Does that make sense? Like, I'm not worried about constantly communicating with my boyfriend, because I got other stuff that I need to get done. And I'd much rather focus my day on my personal growth, my financial growth, my business growth, and then talk to my boyfriend at the end of the day. Like, there is nothing better than ending a day and calling up my boyfriend and actually talking about the day. Like, he doesn't need the play-by-play every second, because I get to have that conversation with him at the end of the day. And when we come together at the end, and when we have that conversation over a meal, or when we get on the phone, like, it's just so much more rewarding than going through the monotony. And then you reconnect at the end of the day and you think, so what do we have to talk about? What's new in your life that I can learn about? There's nothing, because you already got it all out. I think this new version of relationships, again, I'm not a relationship expert, but there's these new expectations of love and romance and what that all can look like, because we have constant access to each other. Someone said, AKA, should no time for jobless behavior. I'm screaming. Anyway, there are these expectations that we all have, like who follows who's commenting on the post, how quickly did you comment on the post. None of these were relationship issues 10 years ago. Like, these are all new made up issues. Why? And how much is it really contributing to the growth and the longevity of a relationship? I would much rather share my connections from my modeling and pageantry days to help connect Joseph with modeling agencies so he can have another stream of income. Like, I would much rather take my resources and help him grow in the same way that he's taking his resources and helping me grow. And then again, connecting at the end, not buying into or feeding into these new expectations of the performance of a relationship. So I am lucky because it's so easy to do that with Joseph. I think the only part that could be, I can't even say can because I'm not even really experiencing it, but could be difficult about this is the fact that this is a public-facing relationship. Like, so it's less the fact that I have to abide by all these rules and expectations about a relationship. Like, I don't have to care about any of that. But the expectations from the public are so much greater on having to abide by those rules and regulations and all this fake stuff that we've made up on measuring a relationship. And it's funny because I could turn this, I know that if I went to Joseph, if I ended this live and I called up Joseph and said, I don't want a relationship online, I don't want to post, I don't want to do any of this public stuff, I just want a relationship to be 100% public or private, he'd be like, okay, no issue. And if he said the same thing to me, like, no issue at all. But I think it makes us happy. First of all, we love engaging with all of you. You guys are so funny. Like, we love engaging with all the Jaylors. Because we love that you acknowledge us as a couple. You also acknowledge us as individuals. And you guys are hilarious. Like, you're very much so our brand of humor. So I don't want to, neither of us want to cut that off because we have so much fun with you all. But it's really nice to know that if either of us wanted to say the public part is enough, we're both comfortable with our relationship to really like reel it all in and make it for ourselves. Someone said, no, let him love you out loud. Yeah. You have a good thought process regarding relationships, I wish I was this way when I was younger. I think we all learn different things from our previous relationships. You know, I dated somebody that barely posted on social media for their own reasons, but because I was experiencing a much more private relationship, whereas in college, oh God, I was doing the rat race. It was post on Valentine's Day, let's do this, we have to get this picture, da, da, da. And I hated doing it, but I felt like I had to. In the relationship where my partner was a lot more private on social media and that wasn't a factor, things snapped for me. I was like, oh, okay, well, you might not be posting for one reason, but I have come to understand different reasons of what I really like. Okay. And that is what I will say about my exes. That's it. I'm going to change up this question a little bit, and someone asked, why do people think that guys and girls just can't be friends? And I think that stems from a place of maybe like personal traumas or insecurities that, you know, like we all have things that we project on other people, but it is perfectly feasible for guys and girls to be friends. I have a lot of guy friends, like, come on. And I have a lot of girlfriends too. I'm neither a guy's girl nor a girl's girl. I'm a people person. Oh, someone asked about okay, that's a very funny comment. I'm not saying it out loud. Who said Michelle Obama's in here? She's not, but would be nice. Guys, I had one of my old college roommates used to work at SoulCycle in DC. And Michelle Obama, known avid cycler of the time, would go into that location all the time for a private ride. And my roommate, would be the one who got to like ride, because they would fill the rooms with people who worked at SoulCycle and secret security. So my old roommate used to ride private rides with Michelle Obama so she could feel like she was actually in a real class, which is so cool. Oh my God, that's so cool. Somebody asked if I get recognized on the cruise. Yes, and it's like the sweetest thing ever, especially being with my mom and my grandma now. My grandma just gets the best kick out of it. We walked away from this one couple, and they looked like they saw a ghost in the bus. They were like, and my grandma just stood there and she was cracking up. Like, she got the biggest kick out of it. So it's been fun.
On a girls trip, I wanted one shoe for everything.
To Niagara Falls?
Yes.
The one I read about in the house.
Yes. Oh.
Okay, with your wedge. With your wedge. Wait, these from Fashion Nova? Wait. Grandma Betty, what are you doing wearing shoes in Fashion Nova?
We're almost at 30 minutes, so I'm going to end part 1 there. I'll be back with part 2, and I'll incorporate more of Joseph in part 2. But I love everything she had to say about their relationship. And I also love how grateful she is. And yes, I am aware that Joseph started a YouTube channel. We will talk more about that in the next video. I'm wishing all of you well and take care. And I hope all of you had a merry loves. Thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted, and I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.